Darcy's just turned 8 years old and she's been at the school for 4.5 years now. She started in the nursery unit and worked her way up to Key Stage 2.
Wow. Darcy, looking which?
Darcy's a very lively and outgoing young lady. She's very personable and very sociable. She likes to seek out adults and other peers to interact with, but she also likes her own company and will happily go off and play.
Good girl! Good girl! Darcy!
Darcy does enjoy musical activities. She likes to hold the instruments, and particularly instruments that she can tap or tap with the back of her hand. And she also likes to interact with songs, particularly if we've got sensory activities that she can do to join in with the singing that we're doing.
That's it.
Darcy particularly loves messy play activities, painting, sticking, anything that involves water and muck, basically. Darcy's been working at the P2.2 level for quite a long time now. Her concentration span hasn't been very long and she tends to work coactively with an adult, holding her hand to do tasks. Right, are we ready to look and listen? We're going to sing 5 Speckled Frogs. The task we're planning to do this morning is a numeracy task, and we end the activity with 5 speckled frogs, where the children work one-to-one with adults, removing frogs off the log and popping them into the pond, and they're rewarded with that with a big splash of water to keep their attention. And then we move to the whiteboard, where the children have a chance to do the activity with ICT. They come up and hold on to the pen and move the frogs from the log into the pond. One jumped into the pool. Darcy responded really well. I was really pleased with the way she participated within the activity. She stood up very well at the board with quite minimal support, I think, and actually held on to the pen, which is something Darcy doesn't always do very well. She tends to let it go. And also her focus on the task was excellent. She was really watching what she was doing, and I think she was very pleased with herself, actually. I think through this activity it was shown that she was actually moving on to P3.1. She was actually holding on to the pen far longer by herself. You know, she was giving me eye contact and giving me the attention that I wanted, rather than me having to gain it from her all the time. And all those are pushing on to a 3.1 level, which shows that she's moving up.
Ethan's a very happy child. He's 6 years old. This is his first school, so it's a new experience for him. He appears to be a sociable child. We're still getting to know Ethan because he's had a lot of time off poorly. He has a severe visual impairment, learning and physical difficulties. So obviously he's inhibited in his communication when he meets other people, and also inhibited in accessing the curriculum in school. Can you hear my bracelets? It's Tracy. He does need a sensory environment and a reactive environment for him to be able to, you know, get some form of stimulation. We recently assessed Ethan and we found he achieved a level P2.1. However, this can fluctuate depending on how he is on the day, because sometimes he's very tired due to the medication he takes and his sleep pattern's very irregular.
Whoa, here we go.
We felt it was a good day when we assessed him. I'm going to discuss this with colleagues though, because obviously, you know, the communication between us helps to assess at what levels a child is at.
Are most of the activities that you're doing with him coactive work then? Is he doing any, because P2.2 moves on to then shared exploration and supported participation, but he's not quite working at that level then?
No, I mean he's definitely sort of starting to sort of explore his environment, but he does need to work coactively. If you put anything on his table, he plays with it very briefly, but tends to knock it off because he's just, you know, obviously experimenting with it, and he's you know, if he's not sure, he'll sort of tend to push it away.
I hear thunder.
The activity we're going to do today is during a literacy session, and what we're going to be working on with Ethan is his communication skills and working coactively with a familiar person. What we're first of all going to observe when we work with him is how Ethan reacts to sounds within the environment, and just recording his body language, any vocalisations, eye movements, you know, because obviously we need to build up that repertoire for him to move on to P2.2 to make definite choices.
Stop. Can you feel it? Can you feel it on your face?
We're looking for responses, things he likes and things he doesn't like. He definitely showed a response on that he really enjoyed that activity and that toy, and he started to explore it independently, which was great really, because obviously, you know, at the moment he's still very sort of, you know, tactile defensive, but yeah, he vocalised lots as well, so we'll make note of that, his vocalisations, and the fact, you know, when he's happy, he does smile.
More. More.
Some areas of it were expected. Some areas he actually gave more by showing he could actually, you know, explore for short periods of time independently, and he was happy doing that and enjoying the activity.